Join us and discover beautiful beaches, rugged landscapes, pretty towns, desolate mountain ranges that sweep down to stunning lakes, unique architecture, history and folklore, no shamrocks, no shillelaghs, and definitely no shenanigans, just naked Ireland. The spectacular St Mary's Cathedral in Limerick is well worth a visit if you're in the city. This cathedral was founded in 1168 and is one of the most important medieval buildings in Ireland, particularly since it's still performing its original function. The oldest part of the graveyard dates from the 12th century, so it's therefore been hallowed ground for 9 centuries. So if you think about it, this building has survived wars, battles, sieges, famines and invasions. I wonder how many of those caught in that conflict and trouble have found their resting place right here. The 14th century 120-foot tower is unusual, being positioned right over the entrance rather than in the middle of the building, as was more common. And this elaborately carved Romanesque front doorway is reputed to be the entrance to the palace of King Donal Mor O. Brien. When you get up close, it's certainly spectacular and very, very beautiful. Just look at these hinges. Have you ever seen the likes of this? There are 6 chapels within the building: the Chapel of St James and Mary Magdalene, the Lady Chapel, the Chapel of the Holy Spirit, the Jeb Chapel, St Mark's Chapel and St George Chapel. And just look at the ceiling here. Of all of these, the Lady Chapel has a 4-metre long pre-Reformation high altar weighing 3 tons. This was removed and dumped by Oliver Cromwell's soldiers in 1651, who used the cathedral as a stable. Now, you may remember my film about St Nicholas Church in Galway. It met with the same fate from Cromwellians. The altar was found in the 1960s and reinstated, I'm glad to say. You can just see it in the distance here at the far end of the church. And this is as close as I'm going to get to drone footage, rotating around the outside of the cathedral. I think I prefer it this way. I like models. The stained glass windows are absolutely exquisite and in beautiful condition. And in fact, despite the cathedral, as I mentioned, being founded in 1168, it's believed to have been built on a more ancient Viking settlement, a place called a thingmote, which is Norse for a meeting place, I believe. The cathedral also happens to have many treasured religious artefacts. You'll see this on your walk around if you're fortunate enough to come here. Please do me a favour and like the video at this point if it's been informative. I'd really appreciate your help in building the channel, and please subscribe, that's so important. Here we see a memorial to John Jebb, a previous bishop, who sits under the most amazing backdrop of glass in the Jebb Chapel. And then adjacent to that we have this very impressive organ. I'm told an organ has been in situ here since 1624, donated by Bishop Bernard Adams. I suspect it isn't the same instrument since it looks way too pristine, although I know the organ was rebuilt several times, most recently in 1968. So perhaps the original organ is still here, albeit spruced up considerably. Again, you can just see the pre-Reformation high altar in the distance here. I guess you'll need to visit to get a closer look. If, like me, you're mesmerised by the beauty of these windows, then you might want to donate to the channel to help keep future videos coming. You can do that now by buying me a pint. I know it doesn't seem appropriate even to mention it in the confines of this sacred building, but if you check out the description beneath this video, you'll find a link in the second paragraph, and that takes you straight to the donation page. It's very easy, and every small donation really helps. Now, as we marvel at the masonry here that supports the mighty roof, this ancient Cathedral oak ceiling is made from the felled trees from the forests of County Clare. I think you'll agree this is a very special building, a little ecclesiastical gem tucked away in the heart of Limerick. Be sure to check it out when you're on your travels, and on the subject of travels, I'll be in a brand new destination next week, so be sure to join me for the next episode of Naked Ireland.